Hello, my spiritual seekers. It's Sid here, your spiritual muse, Crystals of Quartz on Instagram, and I'm here today to talk to you about our new moon in Scorpio, which is taking place on November 15th at about 7:04 a.m. So, if you guys aren't yet familiar with the Scorpio energy, you probably haven't been watching my previous videos because we've been dealing with a lot of Scorpio type energy for the last few months. This is kind of, in my opinion, be sort of like a climax to that, and things are going to get a little simpler afterwards. Here's Marceline coming to do her cameo, as she always likes to do when we're talking about such things. My little Scorpio. Nah, she's not a Scorpio, but what are Scorpios about? They're about, the dark depths of the soul, which aren't necessarily negative, but we all have a shadow, right? Is she representative of our shadow? I don't know. Maybe that's why she's coming through. But we all have a shadow, right? And it's not necessarily a bad thing. They're just things that we need to integrate into our lives so that we can understand them. Scorpio wants us to dive into that side of ourselves. It wants us to not shy away from it. It's all about deep secrets and transformation, because if we deal with the shadow and we accept it as a part of us, we can really transform into the beautiful butterfly that we are. We just have to go through all that mucky goop and accept it and not fight against it, right? Just allow it to be a part of you that you accept and love, just like anything else. So that is the main thing I would like to recommend to you for your personal journey this new moon. That's what the Scorpio new moon asks of you. Now, what else is going on in the sky? We have the moon sextile to quite a few things, right? Because we have sort of a little grouping happening in the sky that we've been talking about for a while. So we have Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto all in a sextile with the moon. So Saturn is going to bring about positive and happy emotions. That's a good thing. Neptune can bring about luck, synchronicities, and imagination. So pay attention to signs that pop up and listen to your imagination. And then Pluto is going to bring about transformation and rebirth, which is, what Scorpio is all about. So that is something that's going to be a very positive aspect, those sextiles there. Then we have a trine, which is also very, very positive, which is with Neptune, which is going to bring luck, synchronicity, and imagination. I think I may have misspoke. We have Jupiter sextile, which is going to bring about growth and expansion. So I just jumped ahead and talked about the luck and synchronicities because I guess I wanted to discuss that. But growth and expansion are going to be major themes as well, which is probably going to be related to the synchronicities and the transformation. Now, what's going on with Mercury? Mercury is about communication and learning, right? You're probably pretty familiar with Mercury because we talk about Mercury retrogrades often, right? So communication, learning, mental, the way our minds work, basically. And we have Mercury, which is square Saturn. So this is going to be a more difficult aspect. It's going to bring about tough societal discussions, which I think if you're in the US, you can realize that that's still going on, right? We have Uranus opposite Mercury, and that's going to bring about reform and working through our differences. Does that ring any bells, people? Venus is next, and what is Venus about? It's about love, friendship, and what we value, right? The things that we love, the things that make our heart feel good. It's like the heart chakra personified, right? Then we have Venus, which is opposite Mars. So we have the masculine and the feminine opposite, and that's going to be about working on differences in what we value. Jupiter is square Venus. So we have another square going on. We have Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto square. So while they're forming a sextile to the moon, they're at a square to Venus, which is going to bring tension and growth, which we've talked about a few times. It's going to be tension and restrictions with Saturn. So growth, restriction, but also with Pluto, it's going to be difficult transformation. So through this pairing, we have growth through restrictions, which leads to this amazing transformation. So we've been talking about this theme for a while. You may notice if you've watched my previous videos. I do believe we're still in a bit of the thick of it. I do think the energy of that is going to start to lessen, and we're going to start to actually see some things changing in the next few months. So pretty cool. Then we have Mars, which is all about battle, right? We already said it's opposite Venus, but what else is it doing? It is square Jupiter and Pluto, right? So that's going to be, once again, that growth and tension with Jupiter square Mars, and Pluto square Mars is going to bring about drama and effort needed for transformation. So we're going to have to work for this transformation that we're looking for. And this could be personal or on a more societal scale. Usually with these outer planets, it's societal stuff that we're talking about. But it can sink into your personal life as well. What else is going on with Jupiter? This is the planet of growth and expansion, right? It is sextile Neptune. So that's another positive aspect, which is going to bring about imagination, and it's going to bring the greater whole to the forefront. So if we can imagine a more peaceful and beautiful and loving world, that is going to be something we can actually actively manifest during this new moon, because new moons are all about manifesting. And I don't always mention that right at the beginning of every video, because if you've watched my videos, you've heard me talk about manifesting with new moons frequently, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is a great time when you can think about manifesting for the larger whole, right? So think about peace, think about love, think about trying to understand your fellow humans, and, you know, working with them on our differences is going to be a huge theme this new moon. We have Neptune, which is about imagination and other realities, right? So imagining other realities, and it's sextile Pluto, which is about positive rebirth. So overall, this new moon, something I really truly believe is going to happen that's going to start this chain of transformation, and it's going to be a very positive thing in the long run. So you can use that energy in your personal life. You can direct it towards the greater whole. But things are looking up. This transformation has not been easy. It's been a long time coming. It is starting to happen, right? It's starting to really happen. And if we just work on manifesting that, things are going to be very different in the next few months. I truly believe. So it's kind of funny because I feel like so many people are saying, like, can't wait till 2021. I know it's going to, you know, hoping it's going to be different than 2020. I truly believe it is. We're entering the age of Aquarius, and it's like that song, right? Aquarius. It's going to be a good thing. Okay, guys, things are getting better. Things are getting easier. People are really awakening. It's been happening for a long time. This isn't something that's been happening overnight. COVID accelerated it. Things are getting much more high vibe in the world, but we have to really experience the trenches, right? We have to experience this deep transformative stuff that's dark and necessary in order to get to our spiritual expansion, spiritual awakening, a higher level of being. So sometimes we have to look at the darkness in order to see the light and to see where we need to go. So I hope you guys like this video. Remember, in your personal life, to focus on transformation and not to shy away from the shadow work that you have to do. If you haven't been doing it, now is a good time to start. It's always a good time to start. So start working on that and manifest beautiful things into your life. Manifest all of the positive things you want to create. It's going to be a really powerful time for that. It's been a very potent week. We had 11/11 portal and the Friday the 13th portal. So we have a lot of wonderful goddess energy and transformative energy. Your guides are with you. They're here for you. Speak to them, meditate, ask them for what you need, and go and follow the signs that they are giving you, because there are going to be so many synchronicities. So keep your mind open. All right. Much love, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. Let me know if you have any suggestions for future videos. And yeah, thanks for watching. Mwah.